So here we are, and back again, and it is Thanksgiving Day, actually. And a lot to be thankful for on this holiday season for me. And one of the things I'm absolutely thankful for is Joy Reid, because, what a better way to start off a holiday season than with a bunch of hatred by Joy Reid, one of the most hateful people. Is she a news anchor? I don't even know what she is, a talk show host. I'm not exactly sure what she is, because besides a very unhinged, unglued, hateful liberal. She is that. So I do know that. And, if you want to know the real reason why MSNBC is absolutely tanking in viewership, and you're getting ready to watch it, you're getting ready to see it. Now, normally when I play clips, I play and I comment, play and I comment, but I'm going to let this clip run in its entirety because I want you to see the hypocrisy and the hatred of Joy Reid and how much she hates everything. She must be a miserable human being because, like I said, here we are. Thanksgiving, our time to be thankful, going into Christmas, joyful holidays, and, I've been sick. I caught some kind of bug or some crap running around here, and it's knocked me on my ass for a few days. I'm thankful I have a beautiful wife that can take care of my goofy ass because apparently I can't take care of myself anymore. Hell's bells. The only reason I'm sitting here doing this podcast is because she, feeding me, giving me medications, keeping my ass going, keeping me alive, keeping the old heart beating, the ticker, keeping me going. So I'm thankful for that. And this is a time where we share time. We share time with our family, our friends. We tell everybody we love them. Live every day like it's your last because tomorrow may be your last. And that's what we do in this time of the year. We spread joy. We spread love. Don't care if you're Republican. Don't care if you're Democrat. Don't care at all. Me and my buddy Mark, and his wife and my wife, we were just talking, taking our motorcycles. We're riding down to Daytona for Bike Week. Okay. His wife is super liberal, hardcore Democrat, full bore liberal. I don't hate her. She's a great friend of ours. Love her to death. I hate her ideology. I hate her politics. But as a human being, she's absolutely a fantastic person. So I don't hate her because of her ideology. I just hate her ideology. But not liberals. Liberals physically hate people on the right. Physically hate us. And I've said this a million times. I was talking about this and I think I've said it on my video. The difference being, and this is the difference between a liberal and a Republican. If I'm going down the road, and I've said this before, and I see somebody on the side of the road wearing their, vote for Kamala shirt, and let's say their tire's flat and the weather's shit, just for sake of argument, I would pull over and offer to help them. I absolutely would do that. But if I was standing on the side of the road with my Vote Trump shirt on with a flat tire and a liberal passed by, I would never know because they would never stop. They would just keep going. They would leave me on the side of the road to die. And that's exactly what a liberal would do. And if anybody wants to come on here and say, well, no, I would not do that, you're lying. Because that's what liberals do. Liberals can't see both sides of any issue whatsoever, which makes them hypocrites. And what you're about to watch is hypocrisy on full display from Joy Reid. She should be embarrassed. She's whining and crying like a third grade little girl that just got her ponytails pulled by the little boy, out on the playground. And her hypocrisy, dude, talk about on full display. Watch this. And like I said, what a way to go. And this is her message to Republicans on Thanksgiving. Let's get this clear. And like I said, what a great way to start off the holiday season. There was some loving, kind words from Joy Reid.
But you right-wingers shouldn't have to suffer the consequences of your votes. You don't want to be around me because I voted for fascism. No fair. I'm coughing on you with COVID, but you want me to wear a mask for your safety? No fair. My body, my choice. Well, here's an alternative thought. Make your own dinner, MAGA. Make your own sandwiches. Wipe your own tears. Troll amongst yourselves with Elon and leave us alone. You got your heart's desire, the president you dreamed of, and worship instead of Jesus. And this time, you didn't even have to storm the Capitol, smash the windows, or try to kill police officers or issue death threats to poll workers. See? You did it just by voting this time. Congrats. You got your way. And he even got away with breaking the law. Yay. But if you expect the 73 million who voted for the prosecutor, not the felon, and particularly the 92% of black women who voted for Kamala to give you a cookie for your vote, a trophy, a hug, a high five, you might be asking too much. If we want to eat with you, we will. But if we just want some peace over the holidays and we don't want to put up with your trolling while we eat our tofurkey, get over it. Stop acting like we owe you. And for God's sakes, stop whining. It's embarrassing. Our Thanksgiving, our choice.
And all I've got to say is, wow. This is absolutely hilarious to me. Dude, this chick is so full of hatred and anger. It is not funny. But let's break this down a little bit and let's correct a few things that the liar, the hypocrite Joy Reid likes to babble on about, because it always amazes me how the Democrats, they always talk about one side of the issue, but never talk about the other side of the issue. And let's just start right out of the gate here. It's she's talking about, she's talking about storming the Capitol and all that. Let's watch this for a minute and I'll come back and I'll comment.
Shouldn't have to suffer the consequences of your votes? You don't want to be around me because I voted for fascism. No fair. I'm coughing on you with COVID, but you want me to wear a mask for your safety? No fair. My body, my choice.
Okay, so what fascism did we vote for? I'm a little confused about this fascist thing. This absolutely, because I'm absolutely confused, because I know what fascism is. And let me give you a key example of fascism. Fascism is somebody in power that does not want to let go of their power, that persecutes their political adversary. Prime example of fascism. And who did that? Was it Donald Trump? Actually, no, it wasn't. That was Joe Biden who did that, and the Democrat Party. That's who did that. What else does fascism do? They suppress speech from the other side. So their message is the only message that's heard. And who did that? Well, that would be Joe Biden and the Democrat Party again. And the funny thing is, when I say this to liberals, they go, they didn't know where did they suppress speech? Nobody's suppressing speech. That is literally the reason Elon Musk bought Twitter. Literally 100% of the reason why he bought Twitter is because Twitter was suppressing speech from the right. As was Mark Zuckerberg. Mark Zuckerberg went in front of Congress and admitted it, that the Joe Biden administration had contacted him about suppressing certain things that the right was complaining about and only running the narrative of the left. Except the left will come out, well, that never happened. Never happened. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Elon Musk released how many thousands of documents about that very thing happening? And then you're going to sit there and say it never happened? And that's just the liberals live in a fantasy world. I'm not exactly sure how they get up and function throughout the day. It just absolutely boggles my mind. But let's move on here with the tears of the message. I'm sorry, the message of joy and hope from Joy Reid.
Well, here's an alternative thought. Make your own dinner, MAGA. Make your own sandwiches. Wipe your own tears. Troll amongst yourselves with Elon and leave us alone. You got
with Elon. Now you got to remember, 4 years ago they loved Elon Musk. Loved him. I even heard whispers on the liberal side, he would be a great president one day. Back when they were talking about Tulsi Gabbard, how they used to love Tulsi Gabbard, and they were going to float her as the president. That's why she ran in the presidential election, who, by the way, is the one that absolutely ended Kamala Harris's run for the presidency in 2020. Tulsi Gabbard. You all loved her. And as soon as she came to the realization, hey, the Democrat Party they're whack jobs. They're nut jobs. They're completely unhinged. They're unglued at the seams. As soon as she decided to bail, she's a Russian asset. All of a sudden, everybody is a Russian asset that does not agree with liberals, period. Fine. Call me a Russian asset. Don't give a shit. Call me a racist. Don't give a shit. I'm not, but it doesn't bother me when you do, because that's been the playbook for everything in your all's world. Kamala Harris lost. Well, that's because all of us white men are racist. We didn't vote for her because we're racist. Yeah, or it could be you ran the absolute stupidest candidate to ever run for president. Yeah, I'm going to go with that one instead. Call me a racist. Don't give a shit. I simply don't care anymore what liberals say, because they're wrong 99.9% of the time, just like Joy Reid's wrong right here. Just like she's wrong right here. But let's go on. Let's go on. Let's keep spreading this message of love.
your heart's desire, the president you dreamed of and worship instead of Jesus. And this time, you didn't even have to storm the Capitol, smash the windows, or try to kill police officers or issue death threats to poll workers. See?
See? So now you notice she said try to kill police officers because you remember after all that happened, it came out, all the police officers that were killed when they stormed the Capitol. Well, that was none, and that was zero. But we didn't try to kill any police officers, Joy. Give me a list of the police officers we tried to kill. Just give me a list, any list. I've looked for this list. I've never seen this list, but give me a list of the police officers we tried to kill. Actually, give me a list of all the police officers that died that day. Just give me that list. Because the only cop that died, I can't remember the guy's name because I don't have it right here in front of me. He died days afterwards, and he died of coronary issues. Had nothing to do with January 6th. Could have been the guy was just old, completely unhealthy, and, severely overweight. That could have been the reason he died. But blame it on whatever you want. And then you talk about storming the Capitol. Okay, great. Let's talk about Portland, Oregon, Joy. You want to talk about that for a minute? How the liberals went over there and seized 17 blocks. You want to talk about that? How many people got killed during that insurrection? That was a true insurrection. The people in Portland that run Portland could not even get to their offices. They overran it. That's an insurrection. They were burning down buildings. They were burning down cars. They were looting and destroying everything. And this went on for how many weeks, Joy? But let's not talk about that because it doesn't fit your narrative. It simply does not fit your narrative. We can only talk about the bad things they do on the right. We can never talk about the bad things that we do on the left.
Just by voting this time, congrats. You got your way. And he even got away with breaking the law. Yay.
Oh, my gosh, she's such an idiot. And he even got away with breaking the law. Yay. What laws did he break? If he broke all these laws and these were dead solid, committed crimes, no doubt about it, then why are all these cases dropping like flies? They're just going away on every turn. These cases are falling apart at every turn. So what laws did he break? I'm dying to know because there again, I've looked for the laws that they said he broke, and everything I see is a political witch hunt from unhinged people on the left. That's all I see. Over-evaluating his property? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding? Mar-a-Lago is one of the most prime pieces of real estate in America. And they said it was worth what? And like I said, I don't have the numbers in front of me, so probably they said it was worth $10 million. Meanwhile, a vacant lot sitting right next to Trump's property with nothing on it is being valued at $37 million. A vacant lot that is not even a quarter the size of Mar-a-Lago. And they're saying that his property is worth $10 million or something asinine like that. What laws did he break? I want to know. But let's talk about the laws Joe Biden broke. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about Joe Biden having classified documents in 7 different locations when he never had the authority to have classified documents. The only person, let me refrain, allowed to have classified documents is the sitting president of the United States. That is it. That is it. Joe Biden was never president at that point. He was VP and he was a senator who is never allowed to have classified documents and sure as hell not allowed to have them in 7 different locations unsecured. Joe Biden did, but we can't talk about that because it does not fit our narrative. We can only talk about Orange Man bad. We can't talk about old senile man bad. We can't do that.
Expect the 73 million who voted for the prosecutor, not the felon, and particularly the 92% of black women who voted for Kamala to give you a cookie for your vote, a trophy, a hug, a high five.
Actually, no, I don't want anything from you at all. Absolutely nothing. We don't want a cookie for our vote because, we won. You lost. We ran our candidate that apparently America wanted. And I'm going to tell you right now, those 76 million votes that Donald Trump got, those weren't all Republicans, sweetheart. I'm going to tell you right now, a lot of Democrats walked into that polling booth and at that last second, ching, ching, clicked Donald Trump. When compared to the alternative of the dumbest person in Washington. Is that who you're actually going to vote for? And I feel sorry for the 73 million people that did vote for her, that donated money to her so she could piss away $1.5 billion. $1.5 billion. We thought it was $1 billion, then we thought it was 1.2. Now it's 1.5 billion. Now we're up to $1.5 billion that she pissed away on a campaign. Completely pissed it away. She was taking your hard-earned money, You barely, because a lot of her money was given from, small donations. People could afford to give $5 or $10. People trying to work, trying to feed their families, giving Kamala Harris $10. I don't know why. I don't know what they thought she was going to do for them, besides make their life worse. And then Kamala Harris is out there $500,000 to Al Sharpton. $500,000 to Al Sharpton. How many millions does she pay Beyonce? How many millions? Oprah Winfrey now? Oh my God. I mean, she was raking in the dough. Raking in that they said $1 million. Now we're hearing that it's up to $2.5 million that they could have gotten. I mean, give me a break. She was taking your hard-earned money that you should have been feeding your kids with or whatever that you needed to be feeding your kids with, donating it to her, and dude, she was just making her rich elite friends even richer and more elite. That's all she was doing. That's all she was doing. She didn't care about you. Didn't care about you one iota. Just like Joy Reid. She doesn't care. But the beauty of it is we don't care that Kamala Harris doesn't care about us or Joy Reid. We don't care because we didn't care about them. We don't need you to make us a sandwich. We don't need you to give us a cookie. Sure as hell don't want your high five. Sure as hell. I would rather just sit by and, watch my YouTube videos of you all absolutely exploding. That's more fun for me and more gratifying for me. But I got to admit, I do like watching Joy Reid having a complete meltdown on air. I think this is fantastic. This is hilarious to me. And like I said, the little girl that got her pigtails pulled, and now we're throwing a hissy fit.
You might be asking too much. If we want to eat with you, we will. But if
don't
we just
want
some peace over the holidays and we don't want to put up with your trolling while we eat our tofurkey, get over it. Stop acting like we owe you. And for God's sakes, stop whining. It's embarrassing.
Do you mean whining like you're doing right now? Is that what you're talking about? Because I got to admit, what you're doing is pretty embarrassing. You're on, well, I don't know if it's a prestigious network. I got to be honest. I don't think MSNBC is prestigious at all. But you are on this network acting like a child. And that's exactly what you're doing. We don't want to eat with you. Now I have friends that are liberals. And the amazing thing is we can look past the politics and we can see the human being. And most liberals can't do that. Most liberals simply cannot do that. There are a few that can. Most cannot. Joy Reid is one of those people. She cannot look past the politics because she's full of hate. She's full of anger. And I guess, if my show was being rated so poorly, I guess I would be kind of angry too. And like I've said, and I think I said it earlier, I got to be honest, I don't know. I've been sick. Hell, I don't know what the hell I've been saying. But if MSNBC wants to save their network, fire Joy Reid, fire Rachel Maddow. You get rid of those two, your ratings improve instantly. Instantly. Because you better start pulling a CNN. Because CNN is going to start laying off all their Democrats who were wrong about everything. And they're going to start bringing some conservatives in. Because at the end of the day, like I said in my last video, Fox News decimated both networks. Combined, Fox News beat the life out of them. So apparently more people are watching right-leaning news than left-leaning news. And I'm going to tell you why. Because of people like Joy Reid. Do you see the anger? Who wants to watch this? The only reason I'm watching is because this is what I do. This is what I'm doing. Trying to get my little fledgling podcast off the ground. Trying to get it up and running because I got a lot to say. I got all kinds of things to say. And I got a lot to talk about besides just politics. It just so happens that right now, everything's being dominated by the election, pre and post. So we're still on to the politics right now. But I got a lot of things to talk about. That's not going to be just politics. And I'm getting ready to start making that transition. There's still going to be a lot of politics, but there's going to be a lot of other things going out. It's not going to be just politics all the time. But if MSNBC wants to save face, you got to get rid of that face because nobody wants to see it anymore. I don't want to eat with you, Joy Reid. I don't want your high fives. I don't want you to make me a sandwich. I just want to sit and watch you whine and cry. I think that's absolutely hilarious. You are so unglued and so full of hatred that this is what you do. And I got to be honest, you give people like me great fodder. You give us fantastic things to talk about, to put it on the air, to actually give people who do watch or listen the other side of the story that it seems like MSNBC has forgotten about. And it seems like the people that are watching news have forgotten about MSNBC.